Now that I've perfected Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, one of my most anticipated aspects of the game has finally opened up: modding. I'm personally a huge advocate for playing a game as the developers intended, all the way through at least once. But let's be honest, every game can be improved, and the awesome modders of this world have created some amazing content for all kinds of games. You only have to look as far as Stardew Valley Expanded to see just how incredible the power of modding is. I spent a couple days to peruse the Nexus mod page and install some mods for Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, and I've hand-selected 5 mods that I think are pretty cool. Please keep in mind that these mods are listed in no particular order. I enjoy all of these mods equally, so it would do them a disservice to rank them in any meaningful way. Also, if you're looking into modding Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life yourself, some of these mods won't work together since they both edit the same resource directory. But that's a lot of technical stuff I'm not going to get into. But hey, if this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll make a tutorial on how to mod the game. And that's a not so perfect segue to this video's sponsor, me. I try to keep these videos as viewer friendly as possible, so you won't be seeing any mid-roll ads on this video. All I ask in return is that you subscribe to the channel, enable notifications, and make sure to hit that like button. Doing all that really helps out with engagement and gets more people to see my stuff. Speaking of seeing my stuff, 86% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. If that's you, you should subscribe. It's free and it makes me happy. If you really want to make me happy, you should leave a comment and let me know what your favorite smell is. Alright, that's enough self-advertising, let's check out those mods. If your name is Cassandra, you're gonna love this mod. Hammers No Banned Words. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you can finally name yourself, your animals, and seeds anything that you want. Whether you want to name your animals like a 10-year-old, or the game just doesn't like a normal name for some reason. This mod is the perfect remedy. In my opinion, this is a must-have mod. There are so many names that the game just doesn't like that are completely normal, and this mod just fixes that. Plus, this mod can work with a whole bunch of other mods because it edits a file that isn't touched by any other mods. Moving right along, if you're like me and blinded by nostalgia, this next mod is perfect for you. cie_________________ Classic Names. Do you remember all those terribly translated names from the original A Wonderful Life? Well, they're back, baby. cie__________________ Classic Names mod restores all the Valley Dwellers who've had a name change with the remake back to the names you remember from 2003. Personally, I've adapted to the new names in the year that the remake has been out in the West, but I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't prefer the awfully translated versions. There's an indescribable euphoria I experience seeing the names I grew up with and attached to these character models return with the fresh coat of paint that the remake provides. Keep in mind, this mod only changes character names. Unfortunately, Forgotten Valley isn't Forget-Me-Not Valley, and the cafe isn't the Blue Bar. You can blame the weird character limits for that. Speaking of nostalgia, if you want a double dose of the warm fuzzies from your childhood, cie________________________ AWL Texture Pack is definitely another must-have mod. A lot of players, me included, understand that the remake having a brighter, more vibrant color palette makes sense. If you want people under the age of 21 with TikTok brain to play your game, you have to entice them with shiny colors that pop off the screen to make up for the slow pace of a farming game. cie____________________ Texture Pack and accompanied reshade preset takes Forgotten Valley and turns it back to Forget-Me-Not Valley. The in-your-face, vivid look that the remake provides is replaced with a laid-back, earthy vibe that can take you all the way back to simpler times, when children didn't scroll on their phone for hours of the day, when you could connect your Game Boy Advance to your GameCube and get music records, and when the cafe was actually a bar. One of the most exciting things about this mod is that there has been a recent massive update. Originally, the only buildings that were touched were the barn and chicken coop, but now nearly every building in the valley has updated textures to fit the original style of A Wonderful Life. Version 2.0 of this mod will bring you back to the good old days of Harvest Moon, and it does so brilliantly. I think we can all agree that the remake provided a lot of great quality of life features. Adding the bridge by the waterfall, spreading multiple seeds at once, and all the awesome enhancements you get by upgrading your tools. But there is still one very annoying mechanic that is still present in the remake that this next mod fixes. Rise-Jin's Do You Mind? I spend a lot of time in the dig site, especially early game, searching for golden forks and gift items for all the villagers. Carter and Flora, bless their heart, really don't like it when you try to dig right next to them, even if there's an item sitting right at their feet. Instead of moving to a different square and waiting for them to move out of the way, I just downloaded this mod, and all my troubles were alleviated. I can now mine in peace without having to worry about accidentally stabbing Carter or Flora's toes. And now it's time for the piece de resistance, the final and arguably most game-changing mod available today for Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life. Donnie's A Wonderful Life with Flora. The title kind of gives it away, but this mod allows you to marry the best girl in the valley, Flora. Unfortunately for all you Nami lovers out there, myself included, being able to marry Flora comes at the expense of Nami dropping to the bench and becoming just a typical villager. But with that being said, this mod is a complete overhaul of Flora, taking her from best girl villager to a bona fide baddie bachelorette. All her dialogue is rewritten and custom. She has brand new custom heart events, a new walking schedule, and it doesn't just end in year 1. The child you have with her will look like her too, and a whole bunch of festival and family events post Chapter 1 have been tweaked to have their own Flora flair to them. This mod is amazing and definitely something you should look to install, especially if you're on your second playthrough. But I won't spoil anymore. Just install this mod and enjoy. It really is amazing. With all that being said, that's about it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my video. And of course, all the mods I highlighted in this video will be linked in the description. There are a whole bunch of other mods out there, and these only scratch the surface. So if you want to learn more about modding this game, or you want to mod the game yourself and create mods, I highly recommend checking out the Story of Seasons modding Discord community that will be also linked in the description. Speaking of Discord channels, you should join mine. A couple of the authors of the mods that I featured in this video are members of my personal Discord server. They're pretty cool people, as I'm sure you are, so you should join too. Also, you could follow me on Twitch and Twitter. All those links are, you guessed it, in the description. So that's about it. If you haven't, I'd greatly appreciate it if you subscribed and enable notifications, and if you could hit the like button. That would just make my day. Both of those things really help me out and let me know that you're enjoying the content. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.